The prevailing wisdom used to be that children with intellectual disabilities could never achieve meaningful or productive lives. Chimes, founded in 1947, was because a few courageous parents rejected that notion. From those modest beginnings, Chimes grew into one of the industry's largest providers of services and supports for people with barriers to independent living. Today, Chimes offers a wide range of services, including day training, residential living supports, educational, vocational, employment, and behavioral health services. Chimes supports nearly 24,000 unique individuals annually in 6 Mid-Atlantic states from northern Pennsylvania to North Carolina. The prevalence of autism spectrum disorder, ASD, is rapidly increasing in the U.S. Since 2010, there is greater than a 300% increase in autism. Two things are happening. The incidence is increasing, and the rate of increase is accelerating. Scientists and physicians are at a loss as to why. Today, 1 in every 32 children born will be diagnosed with autism. Kids grow up and become adults. Who will provide the supports to families and individuals diagnosed with ASD? With your help, Chimes will be at the forefront of the efforts to support the millions of adults with autism. The journey from adolescence to adulthood is fraught with challenges. For those with autism, the journey is especially perilous. Many supports available for children with autism disappear when that child turns 21, oftentimes plunging the individual and their families into an abyss of anxiety and fear of the future. Imagine the emotions of parents and caregivers who guide their children through decades of education only to find that there is no bridge from education to employment. Imagine the fatigue of the work of the individual and their family to get to the second box of life known as work, only to find that employment for their son or daughter was never addressed. Where to get help? What to do? Does this effectively mean these young persons will always be dependent on their parents, caregivers, and society? Chimes is a thought leader in the practice of autism employment. In our Delaware division, more than 250 persons with autism are out working today. Many of these individuals are employed for more than a decade. These individuals and their work range from employment in a convenience store to competitive employment in Fortune 500 companies. Each individual is supported at the level of their individual needs. There is no right or wrong. There is no failure, only feedback on performance. There is working for a living, transitioning successfully from education to employment. At Chimes, we start from the place that identifies abilities while acknowledging the challenges of differing abilities. That thinking assumes every individual is and can continue to be successful at their own level according to their own ability. By refusing to limit people by their differences, we arrive at different outcomes. There is pride and hope in a job well done, compensation earned, and the possibilities of a future.